which is above you, right? And how you can kind of rise up and strengthen yourself little by little, right? That's the whole goal in life, is to become better than you were before, right? So, anyways, I'm just rambling on because it's can't skateboard in very many spots when it's freaking rainy and drab outside. But yeah, what else should I mention? I pretty much covered most of the herbs that can really benefit you. There's obviously a couple other ones, such as roses. Roses are amazing for your most blissful energy, you could say, at your center, and just that feeling of rising up. If you ever use the rose tea or rose petals in tea, or even use it like medicinally, and in small amounts, I recommend 1 or 2 petals to start with. Don't chew it very much. It's not smart to chew. Just let your body digest the petals, and it's amazing the uplifting feeling that you get, the energy that you get, and that lasts and goes forward, with your movements and everything that you do. Roses are amazing. There's of course various species. There's different types of rose hips as well. The rose hips are used in a lot of teas. I had one ex that was really into rooibos, but it's good because it has a lot of copper in it, so it's good for your nerves, and your circulation and stuff like that. But I think my favorite is the chai tea. The chai tea, because it's got the spice. It's got the cloves in it, which has a lot of magnesium, and also the cinnamon, which has a lot of B vitamins, which is good for your nerves, and the use of sugars and stuff like that to keep your body balanced with the sugars, right? So you don't get diabetes or whatever disease that the doctors come up with next. You know what I mean? Because that's a business of itself too. You don't want to fall trap. I don't feel anyone should be forced to use any medication if you don't feel you truly need it. You can use things that make you feel good, and that should be pretty much it. You use your intuition. People have lost their sense of their own intuition from their right brain to know what is the next step that you should take to benefit yourself. And one I really recommend trying, if you haven't tried it, is nettle tea. I'm gonna make this go to 33 minutes, but yeah. So nettle tea is a tea that has a rich amount of minerals in it. From, I think it has all of them, like zinc, magnesium, copper, iron. It's got a well balanced, rounded amount of minerals in it, and it's got the heat of the nettles, the little pointy pricky parts, that are mellowed out when you cook it down in the tea, and it's amazing. It's aphrodisiacal as well, boosts the immune system. I think that's one of the best things to boost the immune system and cleanse yourself. Cilantro is pretty good for cleansing as well, but it's not very strong. It's not as strong as a nettle, so you want to think of like what is strongest, right? If you eat cedar, then you really feel the strength. It's got like a heat to it, kind of like when you eat a pepper. It's got heat to it. So these huge cedar trees and stuff here, I'll show you one right up there. It has large amounts of foliage, and so all you have to do is pick like 2 sprigs of it, 2 parts on the end. It peels. You see where the joint is. It peels pretty easily off. So you just got to figure out how to harvest it usually, and then it has amazing benefits for the body. Like it's got vitamin A, vitamin C. Uh, Mostly, it's rich in oils, so it's good for the wintertime. That's why people burn it, and it smells good. When you burn it in like a lodge or what else? People have used it in teas, of course, as well, right? And it's good for cleansing. It's mostly, if you look at it, it kind of looks like the striations and the figure of the lungs and all the arteries and veins, etc. So I feel the cedar is really good for your lungs, right? And then each herb has its own function. So remember that. Remember that you are always a part of nature. Ever since a young age, it can benefit you greatly. It's not always a one-time fix. You have to really respect nature. I'm still learning as well. I'm still, you could say, a student of nature. I haven't mastered all of the ways of harvesting herbs and the best ways, say, of using them, etc. But it's fair to say that I feel I've come a long way, and you just gotta really immerse yourself, with the greens, and sometimes, step out of the digital age, call it what you will, the space age, and just balance it, the machine world with the organic world, right? It has to be balanced, and otherwise, a lot of people are going to become too toxic, and you don't need toxicity in excess, right? You want to have more variety in your life, and more creativity. I like to mention on looping back to speaking of skateboarding. That's one of my main creative outlets. Music is amazing too, though you have to, through experience, you have to know uh, the right people to make, say, the best songs in the studio and whatnot. I mostly just did it freehand, on the fucking, excuse my pardon my French, uh, on the free instrumentals and stuff like that. Just when I was down, like my ankle was all sprained, couldn't skate much and well, and I was like busting rhymes and having fun putting various concepts together based on the mood of the instrumental. It's cool. You can see the mood of the instrumental, and then you just start writing. It's like a constant creative flow that you get once you hear the instrumental. That's what's amazing, with music and whatnot. Once you hear that, background music, it can get you hyped. You know what I mean? And I'm still stoked. Probably gonna do some more music. I wanna collaborate. Maybe do a collaboration. I wanna make sure each release is quality. Some of the first ones I was just kicking around, just like finished it in a day. You know what I mean? But now I want to put a little more effort into it. Although freestyle is amazing too. Just like the sky when it's blazing blue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that owl that I saw in this forest when it flew, and the crows were attacking it. Oh, they were doing the do. I just made that up on the spot. That was kind of corny, but anyways, yeah, it's pretty amazing when you get into nature. You always see something new, something refreshing, etc. Like like I mentioned, the owl. It was funny one time it was being chased by these crows, and then it was trying to bat the crows away with its wings too, and it was fun to watch that kind of thing, you know. But there's a lot of interesting things. One time I think it was a large apple. So I had an apple and I threw it to the squirrel, and then the squirrel, it was like laying back and then eating the apple like it was hilarious. And then the little girl was taking pictures or laughing at it and stuff. So, anyways, just a couple anecdotes to remind you. You know, you gotta balance it. Even though it's raining, you gotta get out. You gotta get out, or else God's gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do something wrong, yeah, God's gonna punish you. And look into my eyes, I'm being serious right now. God will hurt you if you hurt someone else. One way or another. It might not be the same way, but karma does work in mysterious ways, you know. Yeah. So that's my message I wanna relay to you. You know. Have a good day.